He was asking her, what do you feel like your life's purpose is? What gives you passion? What makes you wake up in the morning? Honestly,
what motivates you?
I don't know. Never thought about it. She's just like, I don't care about that deep stuff you're talking about.
No.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Mo donuts.
Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you've been here before, thank you guys for coming back. We are
Sugar.
And I'm Spice. And we are going to cover Married at First Sight today, Season 12, Episode 9. We'll start off with Haley and Jacob. So we go and we start off with Haley telling her friend Lauren about her and Jacob the other night. Jacob bringing up if Haley is attracted to him or not. And she just really just said that she's not sure where she stands with the attraction and that she is just seeing how it goes from here. And Lauren is saying, what is it that he could do to make you more attractive, make you more attracted to him? And she doesn't really know.
I know that sometimes it's possible for you to meet someone and just not think that they're extremely the most attractive person in the world and then get to know their personality, and then it kind of changes how you look at them. But I still feel like with that, there's even at first sight some small attraction, like, oh, he's an attractive person, so on and so forth. If you're just completely not attracted to the person at first sight at all, he's just not for you, I don't know if you can just grow an attraction out of nothing. So I'm not really sure about that. Sound off in the comments. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like it's possible to form an attraction strong enough for marriage and a relationship based off of strictly personality alone and not completely not being attracted to them by their looks? Let us know.
So then we move on to the next scene, and Haley actually bought Jacob a bunch of clothes. So Jacob goes through the clothes. He's trying it all on for us, and it looks really good. She did a great job shopping for him. It fits nice, and
I think this was a nice way to say maybe I don't necessarily like the way you dress or the clothes that you wear, like his 80s style that she keeps complaining about. So, surprise, I bought you some stuff. Hey, try it on. Oh, look at that. Look how nice you look. And it's like, without me saying like, oh my God, I hate the way you dress.
Yeah.
It's like a nice, on top of it being a gift.
Right.
You get what you want. He likes the new clothes. It's a new look. It's a win-win. So that was good. That was really good effort on her part.
Then he brings up that Haley was out, I guess. She went upstairs or wherever to go meet up with Paige. And they had drinks and they were talking and having a good time. He mentioned that she was there from like 9:30 up until late. And he had sent her a funny text at around 11 hinting that he wanted her to come down. She says, well, you sent me a funny text. I don't really know if that means that you want me to come down. I just, see the text and I continue to talk to my friend. So then he goes down this whole thing where he's like, well, it doesn't matter if I would have told you straight up or not if I wanted you to come down and spend time with you, because you would have just told me that you want to spend time with your friend and you would have never came down. It would have turned to an argument and it would have went nowhere. And this is the second time now that Jacob is making up a whole scenario in his head and putting it all on Haley, where she's like the worst person in the world. The first time I gave him a pass because I knew he was really hurt about the lies and the secrets, but this time, no.
So now you're going
it needs to be addressed.
Secret boyfriend at home to, well, you would have said this. And he had a whole conversation with himself in Haley's voice.
Yes.
And played it all out already before he even gave her a chance to respond. You still are getting to know her. You have just met her maybe a couple or a few weeks ago. Right. Give her a chance to work this out with you for you guys to learn each other. If you're so presumptuous all the time and you just automatically assume, I know she's going to do this, how? Granted, you're married, but you've only known her a couple weeks. I cannot tell you what someone I've known a couple weeks is going to do. I can't just automatically predict that. So he's not even really giving her a chance. That's another roadblock in their relationship.
So now we'll move on to Eric and Virginia. So Eric and Virginia are playing golf, and it's actually been a few days since they've seen each other because Eric has just came back from a work trip. And surprisingly, Virginia is saying that she is not happy with them not spending as much time together. She's not happy with not receiving texts from Eric.
It's weird how they kind of switched roles because you were just saying that you needed more space and talking to him about like, yeah, you're cool if I need space, right? Mm-hmm. And then when he was asking you, you didn't text me as much as I wanted you to when you were away for the wedding, you kind of got upset about that. Now you're like, yeah, where's some text messages? Why we're not spending time together?
Right.
Interesting how they switch like that.
So then they go on and they start talking about how, their dating history and things like that. So Eric goes to say that he has compared all the girlfriends that he's had or women that he's been with since his ex-wife to his ex-wife. And he has never fell in love from 3 years ago when he was last with his ex-wife. And, rightfully so, that makes Virginia feel a little bit uncomfortable. Eric brings up that his parents have been married for 40 years. And, Virginia's, her past with her parents is that, they're divorced. So Eric starts asking her, why did she get married? Why did she do this? Almost in like a authoritative way again, like trying to get answers. And it just makes me uncomfortable because I understand that he has reservations of her readiness to be married, but she is your wife, so you don't talk down to her.
He's treating her not as if they both came into the same situation under the same circumstances together. He's treating her as if he's the standard and you need to meet me up here because, well, why did you get married and what was your... He's like... Right. And it's
he's
not really asking questions for understanding. It's more of an interrogation. Mm-hmm. So it is slightly uncomfortable to watch. It's a little weird. It's kind of like, well, what about you? It's strange. Like, he seems to think that because you've done it before, you're an expert. That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
Just because you were married before or that you lived with someone before, it doesn't mean you're good at it.
Right.
Or you know how to do it properly. Right. It just means you've done it before.
That's it.
I mean, I could say I ran a marathon before, but did I pass out?
Right.
Did I make it to the end? It doesn't make me an expert on running marathons.
Right.
So it's just, he's always trying to do that to her. Always. And I'm not sure where that's coming from, that authority. I think it's maybe, I'm guessing it's because he's older than her. He feels like he can just be more of an authority figure, but you're supposed to be a partner, not an authority figure.
Right.
So hopefully he figures that out sooner than later. So Eric and Virginia are hanging out at his condo. And they're just talking, and she's telling him how she felt uncomfortable with him saying that his wife was his last big love, and she's almost wondering if she's gonna measure up. And then he kind of just, affirms their good relationship and says, no, that's, maybe I said it wrong. What I was trying to say was, all the other women that I've been with, I haven't really felt anything special until I met you. And now I feel like there's actually more to what I've already experienced. There's possibly more out there. I just haven't been looking hard enough, or I haven't found it in the right place. So of course she's happy about that. It's more, okay, we're solidified, we're good, we're on the same page. And then they sit down, and he turns on a little light show in his little man cave, and he plays a song for her on his guitar that he put together. And then she asks him, well, is this your thing? You just, this what you do? He's like, yeah, I'm not a serenader. I've never serenaded anyone before. I've never played for anybody before. Well, she said, well, why do you feel so comfortable doing it with me? Well, I kind of want to tell you something. I love you.
Love you too, baby.
Right. So this is the first time that they say I love you to each other. And, it's just a nice, happy moment for them both.
Right. I mean, it surprised me because why are you questioning her and her readiness to be married, but then all of a sudden you're in love?
It's very confusing.
So, I don't know. I don't think he really understands or is in love. He gives me Clara vibes, like just ready to just jump all in.
He's definitely ready to jump in.
Even though you have all these reservations and, it's not probably the best decision for you. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
But Virginia too, because she seems to be certain things he does and says, you can kind of tell she's just not happy about them. Yeah, she's a little apprehensive about the relationship at times. But most of the time, she just goes with it. She doesn't really make a big deal about it or say anything. So they're actually kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
So now we switch scenes and we go over to Vincent and Brianna. They receive a card that says something along the lines of, what is love to you, or how do you know you're in love? Mm-hmm. And Bree tells Vincent that she knows she's in love when any flaws in the person is not even a big deal to them anymore, to her anymore, and she loves them just as they are, past their flaws, and she's happy with the whole entire package just the way it is. Mm-hmm. And Vincent says he really likes that definition of love, and he agrees with her 100%. And then she tells him that she loves him, and he says, I love you. Mm-hmm. And of course, another loving, happy, joyous moment, where the couples are sharing their I love yous for the first time.
Yeah. So, from there, they go to the next scene with them where Vincent comes up with this really cute idea to do 4 words a day so that Bree could start learning Spanish. I thought it was super, super cute and thoughtful. And one of the words is for bicycle. I don't remember, biciclete, something like that.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
I hope I did good. So then he actually goes out into the hallway and gets her a bicycle, and it shows from a flashback from the wedding night that she mentioned that she wanted to get a bicycle 23 days ago. And he remembered and he thought about it and he got it for her, and I thought that was like super great. Lots of points to Vincent, very thoughtful. I like that it's not forced. It's not like she just told you 2 days ago. It was from the first day they met. So that just made it just so much more special. So I thought that was awesome. Then we go to the next scene with them, and they are going salsa dancing. And at first, Vincent seemed excited, but as the day went on, he's messing up the moves. He's not doing well. He's sweating. He's getting frustrated. And this is where we get that other side of Vincent, where it kind of peeks through, but he doesn't show it all to us.
Your crazy is showing, Vincent.
It's showing.
Peeking out that side that your family keeps saying that she should be worried about, and that you keep saying, oh, there's nothing there. That's that side that we're talking about.
Starts creeping.
Because this was supposed to be Bree's surprise to you.
Right.
You did something nice for her. She was like, oh, I want to do something nice for him. Let's go salsa dancing. Surprise. We both get dance lessons. Yeah. And you were upset that you didn't already know how to do it, which was strange to me, because I would think that, oh, that's a cool experience. You don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. We're both learning it together. So it's an equal playing field. We're both trying to get the steps down together. We can laugh at each other. We're comfortable. And he said that when he when they told each other that they loved each other, he said that his walls were completely down. He's completely comfortable with her. And I just don't feel like that's true, because when your walls are completely down with someone, it's kind of hard to be embarrassed like that to the point of where you're getting mad and frustrated that you're not perfect. Yeah. He turned a completely wonderful, thoughtful night into a mess, and him pouting in the corner, and him getting upset, and he's over there sweating, and, well, I don't like this, and I don't already know how to do it, and so what? You could have laughed at yourself. Yeah. That's just like, we're best friends, so if I trip in front of her, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. No. So what? We're going to bust out laughing, both of us, me and her. Yep. Who cares? If you're that comfortable with each other, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But for him, I don't know. I'm not sure if he has this thing where he just feels like he constantly needs to impress Bree, or if it's more of an ego or a pride thing where he feels like I need to be good at everything. Or even if he has something else going on in his head, maybe his business is not right, maybe his financials are not where he wants them to be, and that's in the back of his head, and that's why he's getting frustrated. But either way, we won't know, because sometimes he does not effectively communicate. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. It's like a 50-50. Yeah. One day he'll sit down and tell you exactly what it is, exactly what the problem is, directly what the problem is. And then the next day he'll just be pouting, and Bree will be like, what's wrong? And he'll be like, no, don't worry about it. When there's clearly something wrong. Right. So he really needs to get that together.
And so now in turn, you're making me have a bad time because you're having a bad time, and I feel bad that I even brought you here. And so now my surprise just blew up in my face.
Now it's all awkward. Now we're both unhappy. It's just, the night is kind of ruined. So.
And she's like, are you okay? And he's like, no. And we're like, what is going on? Like, he's not even just a little bit mad or a little down on himself. Like, he's mad for real. So, I mean, this is like something that, like, we saw early on. The sister cousin said it. The temper is there.
It's so disappointing, because it's like you see the other side of him, and it's so good.
You have high hopes.
Yeah, he's so kind. He's so giving. He's so loving. He's so thoughtful. And then to see this side, it's like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Why?
So then we open up the scene with Clara and Ryan. They are in a pottery class, and they are making, I think, like mugs. So Clara opens up, and she's talking about how she loves crafts, she loves these things, and Ryan is going with the flow. He's experienced it with her because she wants to do it. It's important to her, so it's important to him. So then they start talking a little bit more, and Clara is saying how his mug is looking better than hers, and he's just like really focused, hyper focused on getting it perfect and 100% perfect and great and awesome. And it's just, I don't know, everything is not a competition. Everything doesn't need to be perfect. Like, these guys are like trying like their hardest.
What is the obsession?
Yeah, obsess over the small things.
Why can't you just have a good time?
Let's just have fun. Let's just have a good time.
That's literally what we're supposed to be doing.
But they continue on, and he says something about like not having space for her crafts, throwing her stuff in the garage, and that throws her off a little bit, because that's the thing. Like, you know, you're gonna be married, you gotta make space for the person that's coming with you. You gotta share your space. So that's a little bit of a red flag there.
That's kind of like the difference between tolerating and acceptance. It's like, if he was more acceptance, he could be like, oh, we could pick a room in the house and make it your art room or your crafts room.
See?
Versus, we'll just throw your little arts and crafts crap in the garage. It's like, why would you say that about something I care so much about? What's wrong with you?
The disconnect is real. So then we go to their chance to do the couple questions about love. And Clara goes to say that she is, cares a lot about people hearing what she has to say, listening to her, pay attention to small details. Like if she doesn't want onions, when you order her something that it has no onions on it, she's having a bad day at work, send her some flowers. And she makes it a point to say, you know, like, don't do it because I want you to do it because you want to do it. And, you know, Ryan does a good job listening to what she has to say. Then Ryan gets asked a question about, you know, how he feels about love. And he just can't really answer it. He just talks about time and patience and taking it slow. And it's just, you know, more of, you know, I never said I love you to anybody. And it's just, okay, we know. Then he actually does take her to a donut shop and has a nice arrangement of donuts set up for her. Her love language is gifts and acts of service. So bringing her to the donut shop, you know, that really showed that, you know, he was paying attention. So kudos to Ryan. He gets some points there. And she is housing these donuts. She's loving these donuts. So she loves it. And I guess at the time they are, you know, discussing, talking, and eating. He tries to get deep and talk about, you know, things that are important to him, what motivates him, you know, what really like moves him to keep going on and move through life. And he asked Clara that, and Clara doesn't really have an answer.
This moment really showed a significant difference in them and the way they think, because Ryan was just on a deep philosophical wave.
Yeah.
And she was just like, man, I just want these donuts. I don't know what you're talking about, but this jelly donut right here is kicking.
Jelly dough.
So I don't know what you're talking about. She didn't hear nothing. After the donuts started coming, she didn't hear anything after that, I feel like. He was asking her, what do you feel like your life's purpose is? What gives you passion? What makes you wake up in the morning? Honestly,
what motivates you?
I don't know. Never thought about it. She's just like, I don't care about that deep stuff you're talking about.
No.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Mo donuts. She did not want to hear it. So he keeps talking about, well, I know for me, my passion, da, 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 da. And it's like, it's funny, they showed a little time lapse where it's like he's been speaking for a while and you just see her donut after donut after donut. She just eating mad donuts back to back to back. And Clara, I guess she was just tired of hearing him speak, bursts out of nowhere and goes, oh, I guess it's free donuts if you listen to a motivational speech, you know? I just wanted to enjoy my donuts, man. Clara, girl!
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Clara, any hopes of getting that D just went out the window. Because why would you not even just pretend a little bit to be interested in what he had to say? That could have brought you closer to the D. Like, come on, girl. Slacking. You know what you want.
My gosh. And I just think it's ironic that she just kept telling him over and over again. And the reason he even brought you to this donut place was because you kept saying, I need to be heard. I need to be heard. I need to be understood. You need to be heard.
Yep.
But you don't give a crap about what he's talking about. You don't want to hear nothing about what Ryan has to say. He's having this deep conversation with you, and you're just smacking on donuts.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. Also, shout out to Ryan for his Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I caught that. I was like, hold on now.
I didn't know where you was at, Ryan. I didn't know where you was. I didn't know if you was with us.
I was... I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't sure, but I was happy to see it. I was really happy to see it. I loved it.
Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
Because Black lives do matter.
They do.
Hi guys, so we are going to continue this video over into a part 2. We're going to discuss the group scene with the girls where they all meet at Jake's house, and we're also going to discuss the whole Chris and Paige saga all in the next video. So just make sure that you guys head on over and check that out. And also, if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter and follow us on Instagram as Suga and Spice 88. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.
Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate.
Good
First
energy.
5 minutes will dictate your whole day.
Good
All
energy.
about that positivity and raising up your frequency.
Good
If you
energy.
negative, you will get removed immediately.
Good
Say
energy.
eat clean, alkaline, nourishing.
Good
What you
energy.
put